This is the incident report that seems most likely to be connected to these White-clad attacks.
That's right. It's from our first job. Sister Iris and Maki had only just joined up with the 8th. We were all new.
That kind of makes me curious. How'd the 8th start in the first place?
Good question. I never got around to asking about what things were like before I joined.
It's a long story, but it relates to the heart of Company 8, so it's worth telling. Lieutenant, tell him how we got started. You're the better talker by far, so yeah, that's an order.
It's crazy. The reports of Infernal breakouts just keep coming.
Makes me wonder. Maybe instead of investigating criminals, we could be helping out with all that.
Infernals are the Special Fire Forces jurisdiction. Don't get any ideas.
Sergeant Hinawa? I'll be going now, sir.
I haven't seen her around before. She who I think?
Lieutenant General Oze's kid. That was Private Maki Oze.
She's so thin. Is she doing okay?
Oze works twice as hard as her peers, and always does more than she's asked to in training. At this rate, she'll flesh out those muscles in no time.
That's impressive for a general's daughter.
Yeah, but she's still her father's sheltered little princess, and he got her in. She's far too soft-hearted for this line of work. All the effort she's putting in will amount to nothing.
Why are you always so critical? If she's giving this her all, then you should help her.
Wasted effort doesn't count as effort. She may as well be slacking.
Oh, come on. She's a nice kid who's doing her best, okay?
You always go easy on these rookies. Standard USP 9mm.
Except I got it baptized. Thought I'd take a page from the Fire Force.
Another case of wasted effort.
Is it though? Between a baptized gun and one that wasn't, which would you want to shoot you? Probably the baptized gun, right? How about it, Hinawa? Go visit the church. Get your gun baptized just to see if it feels different. I've got a hunch that your point of view might change a little bit.
Well, I don't believe in your so-called sun god. No ritual can alter what happens when a gun is discharged.
Yeah, I thought you'd say something like that. You're the same as ever.
You're a truly kind person, Tojo. Why stick with someone like me?
Honestly, man, it's because you aren't anywhere near as cold-hearted as you think. You just bust my tray with yours without a second thought.
Tojo!
I'm shooting him! Shoot me! For help! Please, I'm still conscious! You have to shoot me! Shoot!
Which would you want to shoot you? Probably the baptized gun, right?
Why couldn't I do it? Even when he begged.
You're here early, Sergeant. Just stamped your papers. The late lieutenant's gun is now yours as requested.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
The Blue Stripes have arrived. We'll help the civilians and contain the fire while they put the Infernals to rest.
Reporting in. I've command of on-scene fire suppression personnel. Akitaru Obi.
So I've been told that there were 2 Infernals here.
Yes, there are 2, but they're in different locations at the moment. The more belligerent one is currently running around inside our cordon. The other one's been pretty docile. It's just sitting inside a store.
I'll pass on that second one.
Yeah, that's not gonna net us many points.
Wait, points?
Thanks for filling me in. You firefighters can pull back now. We'll deal with the feisty one first. I doubt the low point one's going anywhere.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Fire Soldier, but my husband is patiently enduring the intense heat of those flames. Please, end his suffering as quickly as you can.
There's an order of precedence we have to follow. We'll decide which Infernals get put out first. Come on.
Please, wait just a moment!
Excuse me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you've got a lot of soldiers here. Seems like you could send a couple to put her husband to rest without much risk.
We are professionals. We make judgment calls based on standards of our own.
The point standard.
Yeah, that's right. To keep up my soldiers' spirits, I give out points based on how dangerous the Infernals they kill are.
To keep up their spirits? When your job involves snuffing out human lives, the goal shouldn't be to have a good time.
You're not the one risking your life here. Just hook up your hose and put out what's left when we're done.
I'm so sorry. I know it hurts, but please hold on. I can't help you, so try to stay strong.
Pardon, ma'am. With your permission, I'd be willing to step in. I can bring your husband's suffering to an end. Would that be all right?
What are you planning to do?
Who might you be?
Takehisa Hinawa, Sergeant with the Armed Forces.
This is Blue Stripes territory. If a soldier like you or a firefighter like me cuts through that tape, we'll be severely punished.
No punishment could compare to what the Infernal in this building is going through. We both know that. So, there's nothing to second guess here.
Sergeant Hinawa, do you have any experience with Infernals?
I aimed my gun at a friend the other day, as I was watching him turn Infernal. But I just couldn't shoot. I wouldn't call myself a man of faith by any stretch of the word. And yet, because my gun was unbaptized, it just felt wrong.
He really did wait patiently. Sergeant Hinawa, I don't think this is about whether you believe in God. It's about wanting to do as much as you can for the human being whose life you're about to end. That's why we pray for them and baptize our weapons. You ask me, those rituals offer a type of salvation to those who kill Infernals too.
Start the prayer for us.
The flame is the soul's breath. The black smoke is the soul's release.
Ashes thou wert and art, may thy soul return.
I want you to know, you're a truly kind person, Sergeant. What you did in there took some courage.
No, you're the courageous one. If I hadn't seen that you were taking action, I doubt I would have done a thing.
Making the choice to take action on your own isn't really as difficult as you'd think. Trusting yourself is something that comes easy to most. But to put your faith in someone else and act on that faith, despite the personal cost, that takes courage. You're like a hero, Sergeant. Or a knight.
If so, then that makes you a king.
It's settled. I'm gonna create a special fire force company. Once I'm in a position to do it, I'll fight to end human combustion. I refuse to sit back and do nothing while the world burns down around me. It might be a while, but when it happens, I'll need people like you. Soldiers who cherish life above all else.
Whenever that time arrives, don't hesitate to reach out to me.
This is our very own fire cathedral.
About as rundown as you'd expect for a den of outcasts. So, am I the only crewman you've recruited, or what?
Yeah, so far. See, gathering people who I know I can trust has been a pretty difficult task.
I think I've got a line on someone. She served under me in the army. Puts in a lot more effort than anyone around her. But she wasn't really cut out to be a soldier. She was way too compassionate. Always thinking of others before herself. I'd say that makes her a perfect fit for the 8th.